Right, so here we're going to talk about multiplying radical expressions. Now, the thing that you need to look for, and you have to look at every single time, and you need to make sure, is if you're going to multiply radical expressions, then they have to have the same index. Right, so it needs to be the exact same index, and then if they are, you can then write them underneath of the same radical as they did here, and then we write our index, so it's a to the n. And then we just multiply whatever is on the inside. So the thing that you need to be aware of is you have to make sure that both of those have the same index. All right, so it's the same root that we are taking. And since they're both n in this case, we can multiply what's on the inside. All right, so if they do not have the same index or they're not the same root, you cannot multiply them as they are now. There's something in the future that we'll go over and that we'll learn that you might be able to rewrite it and continue to go. But as of right now, this is all that you can do. A couple examples that we're going to go through, and then that's it. So this first one, you're asked to multiply the cubed root of 6 times the square root of 3. So now, since this index does not match this index, because when it's not written, it's understood to be a 2, and 2 and 3 are not the same, there's nothing that you can do. So this is its final answer. This is its most simplified form. So it's the cubed root of 6 times the square root of 2. There's nothing that you can do with that. You cannot multiply them together. Right, now for this one, if we look for b, it's the cubed root of -4 and the cubed root of 2. So since they are exactly the same, we can rewrite them under the same radical, and we can multiply the numbers on the inside. And -4 times 2 is -8. So now we would ask ourselves, can we take the cubed root of -8? And since this is an odd index, we know that whatever sign we have on the inside is going to be the sign that will be in our final answer. So we know it's going to be negative. And then the cubed root of 8. So what number times itself 3 times will be equal to 8? Well, 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 times 2 is 8. So we know it's going to be -2. So the cubed root of -8 is -2. So this expression, the cubed root of -4 times the cubed root of 2, is equal to -2. All right, and that's it for this video.